Ladies and gentlemen, there is a fire inside every single one of us. Not a fire that burns buildings down, but a fire that burns chains off. Chains of fear, chains of doubt, chains of pain, chains of limitation. You see, the greatest prison is not made of iron bars. It's built inside the mind. And the strongest walls we face are not outside us, but within us. But here's the truth. When the mind is on fire, when it is fueled with faith, focus, and fierce determination, no chain can hold you. Every dreamer who ever rose from nothing to greatness, every fighter who turned scars into strength, every soul who turned their story into victory, they all carried that mental fire, that inner flame that whispered, "You are more. You are stronger. You are unbreakable." But hear me now. Fire does not appear by accident. It is ignited. It is protected. It is fed. You have to choose every day whether your mind will burn with excuses or with excellence, whether it will consume your weakness or consume your will. Chains don't break because you complain about them. Chains break because you rise against them. Chains break because you refuse to bow. Chains break when you say, "I am done being a prisoner of my past, my pain, my fear." So I ask you today, will you let your fire die, or will you rise and burn brighter? Will you stay bound, or will you break free? The world does not need more people who quit when it gets tough. The world needs more flames, more fighters, more minds that refuse to be chained. Let that fire in your spirit roar so loud that the chains of doubt shatter before they even touch you. Stand tall. Burn bright. Break every chain. Because once the mind is on fire, freedom is not a dream, it's a destiny. The strongest prisons are mental, not physical. They are invisible, yet they hold us tighter than any steel bar ever could. They are built from fear, doubt, and the stories we tell ourselves. They whisper lies that convince us we are weak, that we are stuck, that we are not enough. We carry them everywhere we go, in our thoughts, in our decisions, in the way we see the world. No lock or key can open them. No guard or chain can be fought with brute strength alone. They thrive in silence, feeding on hesitation, and hesitation alone. Mind becomes both the jailer and the prisoner, trapping us in cycles we cannot see. But awareness is the first step to freedom, the spark that can ignite a fire capable of shattering every invisible wall. Every limitation we think is permanent exists only because we have allowed it to remain unchallenged. These mental prisons are strong, but the human spirit is stronger. Mental fire is the power to destroy fear, doubt, and limitation. It is a force that burns through the shadows in our mind, exposing the truth of who we really are. When this fire ignites, it melts away the hesitation that holds us back. It reduces anxiety to ashes and turns uncertainty into clarity. It challenges every voice that tells us we are not capable, not strong enough, or not worthy. This fire is not about reckless anger. It is about fierce focus and unwavering belief. It fuels action when the world says stop. It pushes us forward when every instinct whispers retreat. Transforms obstacles into stepping stones and failures into lessons. Mental fire gives courage wings and determination a heartbeat. It burns brighter the more we feed it with persistence, resilience, and vision. With it, limits are illusions, doubts are powerless, and fear becomes nothing more than smoke. Every great achiever has carried an inner flame of resilience. It is a quiet fire that burns in the darkest of times, unseen by the world, but felt deeply within. It is the spark that refuses to die, even when circumstances seem impossible. This flame is born from struggle, shaped by failure, and strengthened by persistence. It is what allows someone to rise after falling, to try again when the world says stop. It whispers courage when fear shouts, and determination when doubt creeps in. It is not loud or boastful, but steady, unwavering, and relentless. This inner flame fuels vision, propels action, and illuminates the path when all seems lost. It turns setbacks into lessons and obstacles into opportunities. Every triumph, every breakthrough, every moment of greatness has been fueled by this quiet, burning resilience. Without it, no achievement is lasting. With it, no challenge is insurmountable. Fire is not random. It must be ignited, protected, and fed. It does not appear by accident, nor does it thrive on its own. It begins with a spark, a single moment of clarity, courage, or decision. But a spark alone is not enough. It must be nurtured with focus and intention. It must be protected from doubt, negativity, and distractions that seek to snuff it out. Feeding the fire requires consistent effort, discipline, and belief in its purpose. Every thought, every action, every choice becomes fuel for its growth. Neglected, it dwindles into smoke and disappears. If fed, it becomes unstoppable, illuminating the darkest paths and warming the coldest moments. The fire inside you is the engine of your potential, the source of your strength, and the light that guides your destiny. To keep it alive, you must tend it daily, guarding it with vigilance and feeding it with relentless determination. Chains don't break through complaints, they break through courage. Talking about our problems, blaming the world, or dwelling on what holds us back will never set us free. Chains are strengthened by hesitation and weakness, not by words or excuses. It is courage that strikes the first blow, courage that dares to stand when fear tells us to sit down. Courage is the decision to act even when the outcome is uncertain. It is the willingness to face pain, to confront failure, and to challenge limits. Every great victory in history was born from courage, not complaints. When we summon bravery, even the heaviest chains begin to crack. Each step forward, each risk taken, each obstacle confronted, fuels the power to break free. Freedom is not found in lamentation. It is forged in fearless action and relentless determination. Courage is the hammer, and the chains are powerless against it. Freedom begins when you refuse to be a prisoner of your past. The past is a shadow that follows us, whispering regrets, mistakes, and failures. It can weigh heavily on our shoulders if we allow it to define us. But freedom is found the moment we decide that yesterday will not control today. It begins when we release guilt, anger, and resentment, and stop replaying what cannot be changed. It is the courage to step forward with hope, not hesitation. It is the willingness to rewrite your story, even if the chapters behind you were painful. Every step away from past limitations is a step toward liberation. The chains of yesterday are powerless against a mind determined to move forward. When you stop giving power to what once hurt you, you reclaim your life. True freedom is claiming the present with strength, purpose, and unwavering resolve. Excuses extinguish fire. Discipline fuels it. Every time we say, "I can't," or "it's too hard," we smother the flames of our potential. Excuses are like water poured on a spark, turning possibility into ashes. They grow comfortable with hesitation, fear, and delay, convincing us to settle for less than we are capable of. Discipline, on the other hand, is the oxygen that makes the fire roar. It is the commitment to act even when motivation fades, even when the path is difficult. Discipline turns small, consistent actions into unstoppable momentum. It keeps the fire alive when challenges try to snuff it out. Every habit, every routine, every sacrifice feeds the flame and makes it stronger. The difference between those who dream and those who achieve is not talented as discipline. Fuel your fire, guard it fiercely, and refuse to let excuses put it out. Challenges are not walls, they are sparks to grow your flame. They are not meant to stop you, but to awaken the power within you. Every obstacle, every difficulty, every moment of struggle carries a lesson and an opportunity. When faced with resistance, the mind has a choice: to shrink or to rise. Challenges test your resolve, sharpen your focus, and strengthen your determination. They ignite creativity, forcing you to think, adapt, and overcome. Each challenge is a spark that, when met with courage, feeds the fire inside. It is in adversity that potential is realized and strength is revealed. The flame of your spirit grows brighter when you face what others avoid. Do not fear difficulty, embrace it. Every challenge is a chance to rise higher, push further, and burn hotter than ever before. The world needs more burning minds, not broken spirits. It needs people who refuse to settle for mediocrity, who refuse to let fear dictate their choices. It needs those who think boldly, act courageously, and dream relentlessly. A broken spirit accepts defeat, hides from challenge, and surrenders to doubt. A burning mind, however, turns obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into lessons. It sees possibility where others see impossibility. It fuels innovation, inspires others, and drives change. The world thrives on those who push boundaries, who refuse to be silenced, who refuse to be chained by circumstance. Every invention, every movement, every breakthrough begins with a mind that refuses to break. The energy of a determined mind spreads like wildfire, touching lives, shaping futures, and lighting the way. We do not need more defeat, we need more fire. We need more people willing to rise, shine, and lead. Once your mind is on fire, nothing can stop your destiny. It becomes a force that drives you forward with unstoppable momentum. Every doubt that once held you back is consumed by the flames of focus and determination. Every fear that tried to chain you is reduced to ashes. Your vision becomes clearer, your purpose sharper, and your steps bolder. Obstacles that once seemed impossible now appear as mere challenges to overcome. Setbacks no longer discourage you, they fuel your fire even more. When your mind is ignited, creativity flows, ideas multiply, and solutions emerge where none seemed possible. The world may resist, but your determination cannot be shaken. The fire within you transforms weakness into strength, hesitation into action, and dreams into reality. Nothing external can stop the momentum of a mind fully awakened and fiercely burning toward its destiny. So I leave you with this. Ignite your mind, feed your fire, and refuse to be chained by fear, doubt, or the past. Let your inner flame roar louder than every obstacle in your path. Stand tall, move boldly, and break free from every limitation. Because when your mind is on fire, when your spirit refuses to bow, your destiny is not just waiting. It is unstoppable, it is inevitable, and it is yours to claim. Rise, burn bright, and let the world witness the power of a mind set ablaze.